Hello everyone, welcome back to Dialogue, the dialogue on analog music reproduction. Well, actually today is going to be more of a digital reproduction video. In fact, we're going to take a look at the J's Audio CD2 MK3. Are you ready? Let's go. Okay, boys and girls, as you know, I had made a few weeks ago a video dedicated on CD transports, which was summarizing a little bit my research process in deciding which one to purchase. Here is a link. And in the end, I did make my decision, which now it's obvious and clear. Yes, the J's Audio CD2 MK3. Why? Well, it fitted my requirements. Which were mainly something very simple, just a plain transport, high quality, I2S output besides other digital outputs. Very interesting layout inside with dedicated toroidal transformers, a simple interface, great mechanism, dedicated Redbook CD mechanism, which this is a CD4, fantastic. Now it's only new old stock. And this was exactly what I wanted. Before I give you my idea, my impressions, because I don't want to make this video too long, okay? I already want to say, since now, that the baby is going back. Yes, I'll tell you after why. Let's take a look at the main functions, the main aspects, and then we'll get back for my final take. Let's go. Okay, so here's our baby. We can turn it on now from behind. There is a switch. There we go. This is the new display in this version. Very nice point of blue, shade of blue. I like it a lot. Empty now. Let's just see very quickly the main commands here. Very nice, elegant buttons for previous, pause, play, stop, and next. That's it. One thing I did not like is that you cannot put it on standby from the machine. You need this little guy right here. Now, this is very, very nice. I mean, this is all machined piece of aluminum. Great, very elegant, very handy. I think you can see it. Not all the buttons function, like for example, open, as you can imagine. Nope. But the power, yes. If you press it, see, it goes in standby. That's good. Then you have all the classic, I would say, buttons to operate the CD. Play, stop, a nice big play button. I like that. I like the feeling of the buttons. Here you have other basic operations for example, random playback, repeat, AB, program, time scan, different things that are commonly present in a CD player or a CD transport. Even the volume does not work, as you can imagine. So let's turn it back on. Let's put this here. Now, here inside, we have the core, we would say. This is the curve mechanism of the CD-M4 by Philips. When you see a curve laser beam, that means that it's fully dedicated to CD. And just a few models have that. And I think it's the best of the best when we just have to read CD, classic Redbook CD, not CD-ROM, which has a different speed, and that's why they had to put it straight in CD-ROMs, because it just goes too damn fast and it can't read it. The classic arm, curved arm, does not work properly. That's why they had to do it straight with CD-ROM. But it's worse, and that's why it has to do multiple readings. And that changes a little bit of the nature of the structure on how things then are processed by the machine, because then you need a buffer and things like that. It's stored in a place before it goes in other parts, instead of going directly to the process of the digital signal and then out to the DAC. So I think this is always the best of the best. Okay, so I just want to mention one thing. Together with the player, we also have the clamp. very similar to the Mark Levinson. This is the clamp that J Audio is giving together with the machine, which is excellent. On the site itself and on the different places, forums, sites, they're talking a lot about the Qstab, which I decided to get as well. Now the light is very, very strong here. Wow, that light is strong. In any case, this is a special fabric made by Headquarter Audio, by Mike. He did a great job because I must admit that this does have a positive impact. When I compared it, the two of them, this was better. Again, not miles and miles ahead better, but better. And it perfectly works, as you can imagine, in the transport like this. So if you're interested in getting this and you like it, go ahead and get one of these, absolutely. Now let's take a look at the back. Here's a picture. I'm not going to turn it around, no need. Very, very simple. As you can see, we have an HDMI I2S output, an AES/EBU digital balanced connection. Very, very good. If the I2S does not work or you don't have a DAC with that, use the AES/EBU. It's absolutely the best, I think, in my opinion. Otherwise, we have the classic RCA, which obviously it's a coaxial SPDIF, which besides the RCA, you also have a BNC version, which is better. Absolutely, if you can get a cable with BNC. And then the classic IEC inlet and the switch to turn it off and on. You can also exchange the fuse if you do that. It does have a change, I think. Maybe we'll do a video in the future on that. And that's all. Okay, guys. Very simply, very straightforward. As I said before, this great piece of equipment, unfortunately, is going back to its home. I'm not going to keep it. I did listen to it intensively for a good number of days. Burn-in is obviously not through. I admit this, okay? Because as I said in other videos, sometimes, and you don't know which is that time, it does take a lot. In other cases, just a few hours. So you have to wait a long time in order to be sure. But I wanted immediately a certain impression, okay? Because why? Because I'm coming from an excellent player. My Audiocom Signature Modified Oppo 105D, where just a few elements of the Oppo remain. The whole thing was reconstructed, redesigned, at a very, very high level. Now it's rather old because this was coming out like 7 or 8 years ago. But the quality, I mean, in the beginning, the architecture, the DAC inside was really giving a hard time to my May. And only after a long burn-in, the May went over that. But not too much, guys. In the beginning, just a little bit. Now there's a good distance. But again, for what that is, a Delta Sigma Saber type of DAC, it isn't nothing special actually, but the combination, the synergy of the elements done by Audiocom is outstanding. And as I have explained in other videos, I got the solution to use the HDMI output and transform it in the I2S protocol and send it to the May. I did a video on this. Here is a link. So I wanted to try a dedicated transport. That's why. A lot of you said this. Did make sense. In the past, I did have an excellent CD transport actually, the North Star. Not that much else afterwards. Players, yes, but not transports, I must admit. And this was my real go-to machine. As soon as I've seen the specs and all the different reviews, it just seemed perfect and it's beautiful. Nevertheless, I don't want to go in the analysis of the sound. It isn't that detailed. It's just a good reproduction of CD. The quality of this, the sonics are very, very good. But once again, I know I say this a lot of times, just a teeny step above the Oppo. It is above, okay? And that's already pretty interesting. But I don't have any more room. Literally, my racks are filled up. So every space I have to give, it really doesn't have to change my system. So this is something personal, very personal. I'm not saying this is not a good product, okay? Absolutely. If I did not have my Oppo, my Audiocom Oppo, I would certainly keep that. If I had more space in my environment, absolutely, I would have kept it. Absolutely. But I have to make a decision. And since I'm not ripping my hair off, as I always say, I just decided to send it back, unfortunately. And that's it. I don't want to add anything else because that's more or less what I want to say on this adventure. So, apart from all of this, thank you again for watching. If you have, again, any suggestions, recommendations for other CD transports, a real leap ahead of already what is good quality, I'm interested. Maybe I'll take the plunge again for another one, who knows? But for now, I'm staying with my Audiocom Oppo. Thank you again for watching, and remember, music is born analog, and maybe it's even better. Bye, guys.
Well, guys, if you're enjoying my videos and you're enjoying my channel, please consider to subscribe by clicking the black and white logo here below. Also, don't forget to click the notification bell so you'll never miss an episode and you will become a true member of the analog community.